most people, when they think about foot functions, and unfortunately, how most people learn or doctors learn, is they think of a very linear foot function of up and down. They're not thinking of how the feet can do all these funky little things, much less if you add the leg, then we can do all of this, we can do, And what happens is that we don't think of that way either when we're by ourselves. So when I'm looking to examine someone's foot just off of how they're doing, now first of all, I'm sitting up. So if I lay down, it changes my pelvis so my feet can go out. Now you can be really nitpicky and then decide, does one foot want to lie out more than the other? Does one foot, do both feet want to sit up? Now if the feet are engaged like that, chances are the feet want to be in that position because the muscles are too engaged. The brain's not saying, hey, I'm lying down. Lying down is kind of like, excuse my French, being in a morgue. They're just out, hanging out. They're not doing anything. They're just there. So when I'm examining someone, it's kind of hard to do yourself, but not only am I lifting up the leg, just seeing how the feel is.
So now what I'm doing is just examining both feet. So it's just, normally I would just lift here, but you've got big legs. So now you really can feel to me, the lack of participation, especially in the thigh.
Yeah, just
right
stops
above
at
the knee.
Just stops at the knee.
So I'm saying here, just.
Is the leg hyperextending? Does the leg feel heavy? But I'm looking to see just how much the leg is just available to my touch. Also, I look to see how does the ankle want to rotate. And you can really see that through the heel. My heel can do some funky little things, and I'm looking to see that. Most people, when they're kind of like this, I'm not seeing anything like that. Again, that's most, it's not everybody.
And also, just so you feel, this is right now standing.
Yeah.
You can feel it right around to the pelvis. It's actually bypassing the hip joint a tad more and going through the lower pelvis or upper pelvis.
Feel it right above the toe.
And now this is standing on this leg. Ooh.
Wow, it's like on the right and then on the back leg.
Yeah, it's much too much through the knee.
That explains a lot.
It's actually too, if you take the knee and it goes right up to your right shoulder versus going through the back. So now feel this side, feel the difference.
Then I also look to see how does the ankle rotate. Well, an ankle should be just being able to rotate. They should be able to just touch like this. Most people, full-grown adults, if I go and did this to their feet, they just would fight me. I'd get maybe this, or or they can get together like this, but not where they can just clap. Because again, they don't play with these motions, and they don't play with interlacing their toes and all
One
these
thing
kind
that
of
still
things.
bugs me too with it, do you feel too if I go to move your foot right through here, you're still very protective, like somehow you rolled, and see how it's preventing? Look at the difference. See how I can rotate the ankle
Yes.
around that? Do you feel again how you're very protective over right through here?
Yeah.
So,
Imagine what running around a track is like on tilted at this kind of.
well, not only that, but you had to have fallen somehow when you were running, and now that could have happened when you were 12, and you're still organized on it,
So,
you know what I mean?
In this video here, where I'm examining literally a nationally ranked athlete, yeah, he should be having feet like this all available for him for his running and all of the agility that he has to do. And just look to see how one of the things that's kind of hard to do is what I'm doing is just seeing if the leg's available to go out. Now the leg can go where the knee bends, or it can go like this. It should just go out like this. Yes, it should. Anybody's leg should just go out. Yes, it's easy to do if I'm just sitting here. That's fine.
comfortable, right?
Oh, yeah.
So now you're just lying there like, why now? And John just tossing you around. I mean, no offense, you're a big boy, you know? Now I can twist it.
But if someone's just laying there, it's unbelievable how they're just going, this foot's just not going, versus where I can just up and place it this way. I should be able to just lift the foot up like this, or push through it as you see me doing to lift the leg up. It doesn't happen, and what I'm looking to do is see if the system does it without them helping, and that's the whole point. If they were helping, then it's more habitual what they're doing, and they don't even realize what they're doing is either, and I don't go by wrong or right. Honestly, I've found some situations and I go, this is interesting, and I just go to it. So that's some of the things that you're seeing when I look at when I'm examining someone's feet. There's 26 bones in each foot, a quarter of our bones are in the feet. We do nothing to improve our feet whatsoever. We couldn't design these puppies if we tried, get the best engineers. And people are really, I can find out how much they're in their bank account versus some people wanting to even show me their feet. I could care less. Just make them function more properly and I'm a happy duck. So the feet are actually quite interesting. They should be able to do symmetrical work versus and also asymmetrical. You know, we should be able to be flexible in our mind with our feet and our body. Lots of times when people start moving their feet, they can't talk. It's sort of like chewing gum and patting their head and doing all these sorts of funky things. So it's just interesting how people are through the feet. And just notice next time when you go to put on your shoes, you know, can you put on your socks kind of like that, or are you grunting and doing things like that to get grunting at a young age too? That's just not a good idea. You want to catch that a lot sooner. But it's about how can I move better? How can I be more efficient? And if you're doing something that hurts, you're not efficient. If you're doing something that's stiff, you're not efficient. If you're doing something that just doesn't feel good or feel right, it's just not efficient. You don't have to have something masterly wrong with you just to get a lesson. You could just want to just feel better. And lots of times, if you go see someone that does Feldenkrais work, then you're bypassing stuff you didn't even know what was going on, like can my ankle rotate? And that's where you see stuff where they can do all these things by the end of the lesson that they couldn't do before, and it looks fun and it looks neat, but it's just another way of moving better. And that's all it is about. It's just doing something better. Remember, we don't improve things we're bad at. We only improve things or work on things that we're good at. And sometimes we don't look at our happy little feet, much less our knees or hips. And let me tell you, if your feet aren't doing stuff like this, and just go play with yourself right now, then I truly suggest you get a movement lesson or something close, because guess what? Your foot's connected to your knee and connected to your hip bone, and if your feet aren't moving, I'm telling you now, you got hip issues or they're coming. So that's what you might want to look at. So